Recently, Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard found herself in handcuffs after being arrested by the FBI, amidst growing suspicions of fraudulent financial activities that have shaken the small town. This unfolding scandal is not just a local issue, but a startling revelation of corruption and abuse of power. Henyard's extravagant lifestyle and questionable spending habits had raised red flags for months, but it wasn't until authorities began probing deeper into her finances that the true scale of her actions became clear. Reports suggest that Henyard used dubious wire fraud to finance a lavish shopping spree and excessive lifestyle, draining Dalton's once proud financial reserves and plunging the town into massive debt. Her spending habits, which mirrored the opulent existence of a celebrity, came at the expense of the community. From luxury vacations to designer luggage and private security details, Henyard's spending seemed limitless, often exceeding what many local families make in a year. The town that was once flush with millions in the bank now found itself suffocating in debt, with residents questioning how things had spiraled so far out of control. Henyard, who had once promised prosperity and innovation for Dalton, quickly transformed from a celebrated leader into the town's greatest embarrassment. Her downfall began when she assumed office after the unexpected death of former Mayor Frank Zuccarelli. Early in her tenure, Henyard made bold promises to improve the town's infrastructure and financial standing. However, as time went on, her leadership grew more divisive and secretive. Public funds, meant for community betterment, appeared to be squandered on her personal luxuries, while the town's finances deteriorated. As Henyard basked in designer clothes, international vacations, and a private security detail, Dalton's debt began to pile up. It became increasingly apparent that she was treating the town as her personal kingdom. Any attempt to question her spending was met with resistance, and the village board's attempts to intervene were thwarted. Once seen as a beacon of hope, Henyard became a lightning rod for controversy. Her disregard for Dalton's financial well-being was evident as she continued living a life far beyond the means of the town she was supposed to serve. The tipping point came when the FBI launched a full-scale investigation, uncovering a web of wire fraud, embezzlement, and mismanagement of public funds. It became clear that Henyard had been enriching herself at the expense of the very people who elected her. What began as a typical case of political corruption soon turned into a full-blown scandal, a betrayal of the community's trust. As Henyard's lavish lifestyle continued unchecked, the people of Dalton struggled, many barely able to make ends meet. The irony was staggering. While Henyard enjoyed a life of excess, the town's finances were being drained, leaving residents to pick up the pieces. As the FBI's investigation continues, the full scope of Henyard's alleged actions will likely come to light, revealing the true depth of her corruption. For Dalton's residents, the shocking revelation that their once prosperous town was teetering on the edge of financial ruin has been devastating. What was once seen as a golden era for the town has now turned into a cautionary tale of unchecked power, greed, and a failure to act before it was too late. Henyard's rise and fall serve as a powerful reminder that those entrusted with public office must be held accountable, and that a community's money into Henyard's own pocket. As the investigation continues, federal agents are scrutinizing payroll records, public resources. As more details emerge, the future of Dalton and its leadership remains uncertain.